Hi, I'm really excited about today's vlog. For those of you who don't know, I actually went to Japan for free last November under a program called Jenesys. Jenesys stands for Japan East Asian Network of Exchange for what? Oh my god. For students and youths. It's a project by the Japanese government to promote mutual understanding between the Philippine culture and the Japanese culture. Now, I have no idea about this program until last year when I became a part of it. I remember, please excuse the awful background. We just moved to a new place, so we have yet to buy a closet. So there's a painting covering our clothes. Anyway, Jenesys was something that I only found out about when my Nihongo teacher wanted me to apply for it. There were 4 of us who tried applying for it, but I was the only one who got in, along with other students from other schools from other places in the Philippines. The process, I remember, was very stressful because I had to get my passport and my visa. Actually, no, the visa was taken care of by the Department of Education, I think. But I had to manage my own passport, and apparently managing your passport isn't as easy as it seems. Up until Jenesys, I had I was very surprised to become a part of Jenesys. It was definitely something I did not expect. I didn't even know Jenesys existed up until that point, but I'm so glad that I got to be a part of this one-of-a-kind experience. Recently, I got an email. It's from Jenesys. It's a survey that we should complete after 6 months of participating in Jenesys, and that reminded me of the program, and I wanted to make a video out of it so more people could be aware of what this program is and how you can go to Japan for free like I did. It's not only the Philippines that's participating in this. I believe that they also have Thai students participating in this, but it's all over Asia. It's not just the Philippines. Anyone can join as long as they're participating in a special foreign language program in their schools. For example, in my high school, we have a foreign language program, and luckily mine was Japanese, and I got to be a part of that. As long as you have background in Japanese, I think you can participate. I'll leave the link to the website of Jenesys in the description down below so you can check it out yourself. But right now I'm just gonna talk about my experience in Jenesys. When I got in, I was with 20-something other students from all over the Philippines that they spoke Bisaya, and I could not understand anything, but we all had one thing in common. It was our love for the Japanese culture, and we were also excited to go to Japan. Prior to leaving for Japan, we stayed in Marikina, in DepEd Marikina, to have our pre-departure training program, which is basically just team building activities that helped us become just one big team of Japan-loving students. We also had teachers along with us. We had one teacher who came along with us, and I believe if you're a teacher, you can actually participate in it as well. I don't know what the qualifications are, but all I know is that you should be teaching Japanese in your school. The pre-departure training program was one of my favorite things about Jenesys. It made me have a lot of friends, new friends. It made me meet a lot of new people that I never knew I'd meet. I never knew I'd have friends from the other side of the country. I never knew I'd have friends that spoke Bisaya or anything, or a different dialect, you know. Jenesys really, not only was I connected with the Japanese culture, but I also connected with different people from my own culture, which was something really amazing. It was November when we all went to Japan. It was very, very, very cold. I didn't expect that. On my first day in Japan, I was wearing this this turtleneck, this mustard yellow turtleneck, and ripped jeans. I swear, ripped jeans. I was wearing ripped jeans on my first day in Japan, and it wasn't that cold, but it was cold enough that I could barely feel my legs. So please, if you're going to Japan, don't wear ripped jeans like I did. We stayed in a hotel, in our own hotel called what was it? Harumi Grand Hotel. Yes, that one. It was a very nice hotel. I don't think it was a very particularly famous hotel in Japan, but it was pretty nice enough for us to stay in, and we were well accommodated. We all had rooms. I shared a room with 3 other people, or 2 other people, yeah. There were 3 of us sharing one room, and I remember that they both spoke in a different dialect. So I was very intimidated by that, and I couldn't speak to them. But at the end of the day, we all became friends naman. One of the things that you shouldn't expect when going to Genesis is that you won't be able to see most of the tourist attractions. Like, you'll just pass by them and you won't be able to stop by them and take pictures. Now, your main goal is to promote the mutual understanding between the Japanese people, the Filipino people, and you don't really have the time to spend doing what normal tourists do. Like, we never even got to ride a train. We didn't even see Hachiko's statue. We had none of that. We only rode a bus that took us to our destinations, and there were only select things that we could have gone to. We didn't even go to Disneyland, which is okay. It's okay. That doesn't make it any less of an amazing experience. One thing that you should expect from Genesis is staying at a Japanese family's home. I remember when we stayed there, we stayed with this lovely lady who lived alone in the mountains of a province in Japan. I'm not sure which province it was. I think it was somewhere in the Chiba prefecture. She was so nice and accommodating, and she was so... We could not understand her. We had trouble communicating, but I think that's what makes it interesting. It makes it more of a challenge because we don't know each other's languages, so we have to try our best to understand each other. I remember one time, she has a pet cat. She lives with her cat, a small cat, like about this size. One night we were cooking dinner, and then she said, "Be quiet because my cat is sleeping." But someone in our group translated it as, "Where's my cat?" And we were all panicking because we didn't know where her cat was. We couldn't find the cat anywhere. We literally looked outside. It was nighttime, and we all had our phones out and the cameras. The flashlight was all open, and we were looking for her cat, and we could not find him anywhere. So we were on the verge of crying. Like, she was an old lady living alone in the mountains. Up until we told her that we couldn't find her cat. "We're sorry, but we can't find your cat anywhere." And then she was like, "But my cat's like right here, sleeping." And we were just, okay, thanks. It was really a scary experience, but at the same time, it's really funny to look back on it. A few other things that we did was we went to the Sensoji temple in Asakusa, and one time when we went to the Akihabara district, me and my friend Lexi got lost. Shout out to Lexi and AJ, who were with me when we got lost. We had to ask directions from a random stranger. We also ate our own sushi. We visited a high school in Kamugawa, and we played charades with a few of the students there. We visited the Edo Tokyo and Miraikan museums, which were amazing. The Miraikan museums was very... There was a robot. Japanese technology, everyone. Japanese technology. We we went to the facilities of the Tokyo Bay Aqualine. We also went to the Kamogawa City Hall and had a courtesy call for the officials, for the city officials. And we went to the Kamogawa SeaWorld where we saw a bunch of killer whales. That was spot on. And we hiked around the rice terraces. We actually have a rice terraces in the Philippines too. It's called Banawe Rice Terraces. And they have a similar one with lights in Japan. It's called Oyama Rice Terraces, I think. I mean, there was no Disneyland and no Hachiko, but it was a different experience all in all. I don't think I could have had it any other way. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would go to Japan for free. So I am making this video as a shout out to the grade 9 and grade 10 students who have Japanese as their SPFL. If you have that, you can apply for Jenesys. I'll link it in the description below so you can see what the requirements are. And this was Hannah. I really miss Japan. I really want to go to Japan again. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye!